Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first game review, um, the infamous WWE's 2K20 installation, which has already got pretty much a lot of bad reviews from most of the users. The good side of this game is, nobody talks about the good side, right? Let, I mean, there's a lot of hard work that has gone into this game, especially around the background music, the effects, the graphics. Yeah, graphics is a different area altogether. There's a lot of stuff that could have been a lot better when compared to 2K19 and 2K14, a lot of other games in fact. 2K20 was supposed to be a game changer. For some reason, I think the designers um, decided to keep all the characters the same way, maybe to reduce work. I'm not sure what's really behind the decision here. But one thing's clear, they didn't have a lot of time to complete the game. They had to rush before the 2020 arrived, and they had to launch for the pre-order or whatever release dates or targets they had. Overall, they have compromised the overall gameplay and the experience itself. And with COVID, I don't think the company's gonna do anything about the bugs that the game has. Okay, not too much on the bad side, but let's just look at the good side. As I said, the soundtrack is really good. Most of these songs, and especially if you like different kinds of style, you would really love this installation. I also have 2K18, which I got it on CD, and I had to download the extra stuff as a digital downloadable. Even those songs were good. I think the one thing WWE does really well is the choice of songs. They really get a very good mix. Um, I'm not going to go there for this first video since it's just for 30 minutes. So let's just look at what are the different options. So first off, I'm not a seasoned WWE player, so I've already kept away from WWE games. Um, but having played 2018, I really felt between the two games 2020 wasn't that great. There are certain things which are really good. Um, we'll see in the gameplay, but as a first landing screen, I can see a lot of action going on over there. But let's be honest, right? It isn't that spectacular when you really play the game. So, one of the key things as users, right? So, we need to know what to choose. There's a lot of options on the left, like Play, 2K Central, 2K Originals, My Player, Universe. For as a separate thing because it's something you can still access through Play, as you can see. Yeah. So when you click on Play, you go to the different types of matches. Let's just go back to the menu. So roster again gives me more options. So on the good side, there are a lot of things a user can do at this point, but it's a bit confusing for me because I don't know. It's like going to a supermarket and there are too many things jumping at you. If you want to buy a pack of biscuits or whatever, there are too many choices and you're kind of left wondering what to do at this point. So you just want to quickly look at who's there, select your favorite wrestler or whoever and set up a match, have a quick gameplay. That doesn't seem to happen here. Maybe it's all too exciting for someone um, who plays WWE. Maybe that's the expectation they had, maybe through their research and user studies or whatever the company did. I'm sure WWE must have spent every single dollar on this. However, it does fall short to the expectation, especially when it comes to gameplay and a few other things which I'll cover in the upcoming videos. So let's see what else this has. So we got extras. Now what's extras? Now this has got its credit. Obviously it is the people who have worked on the game, etc. But do you really need a separate section for it? I don't know. They made a choice again. Tutorial archives, locker code. Yeah, all exciting. Well, let's just go back. So I'm gonna go straight to play, and yeah, so an interesting part of the installation, I guess this is also there in 2018, but my bad, I couldn't purchase the 2018 when it was initially released. As I said, I wasn't into WWE games at that time. I was a huge fan, but they're not into gaming as such. My last game was Sega Mega Drive's WrestleMania, which was really good in spite of being a 16-bit game. However, um, what technology brings to us in terms of possibilities, the multiple choices we got here, like the tournament, like a one-on-one, two-on-two, Royal Rumble, handicap, 8-man, 5-man. I didn't know so many different types existed in the first place. Anyway, so if you go to custom matches, again you have some choice. This is what I said. So there are so many levels before you can actually get to play. I don't know if this is a downside, but to someone who just wants to plug and play, this isn't the kind of game they would want. There's quite a lot of learning required. I mean, this was too young for 2018, but by the time I learned 2018, 2020 is a lot more difficult and a bit different. I don't know for what reason they made it that different. So I switched between two games, 2018 and 2020. It so happens that it's difficult having learned a certain way of playing. You end up struggling with the other game. You try to do the same controls. I don't know how many of you have tried this, but yeah. So let's just go to one-on-one and let me just show you. Again, you got another custom matches under each of the options. Now, this is something I understand they're trying to make it all flexible, power to the user and stuff like that, but I don't know how much is really required. Let's just go to normal now. Sorry for the long wait, and I'd really like to talk about the quality of the product. And if you look at this screen in comparison to 2018, which is a separate video I'll be posting after this, so the selection screen is supposed to be the hero of the entire package, right? So you basically get to see the wrestlers here, your favorite wrestlers, and they're gonna be in all of their excellence or whatever. Like my favorite wrestler is Bret the Hitman Hart, but let's just say I go to Bret. For some reason, I don't know why it's Drew McIntyre who turns up as the first person here. Did they have any choice? And I don't know what this 87 over means. I hope that is OVER is over. Maybe the overall ranking. Who cares really? So I'm a huge fan of random, so I'm gonna click on random. And by the way, the characters that you see here, they're not all given with 2K20. You need to download them, or most of these are community creations. We got some real talent over there, and I myself have created 2 characters. I'll come to that later. So let's go to my favorite wrestler. I don't know how many of you like Bret the Hitman Hart, but here he is. And I must tell you, I was more than disappointed to see how they have designed or done this character called Bret. I'm sure Bret the Hitman Hart looks a lot better than what you see here. And I don't know if you noticed, whether it's the women wrestlers or the men wrestlers, every person is standing or looking the same way, and sometimes to the point that their eyes just change to a different expression. But it's almost like you take one. Okay, so that's Bruce Lee, so that was a custom character, obviously. So he looks different. He has to look different, otherwise he wouldn't be Bruce Lee, right? Let's take Brutus Beefcake, Buddy Murphy. I'm just switching between these 2 characters. As you can see, they are positioned the same way. It's just a change of mustache, the hairstyle, the color, the body type. There's something called body type, more muscular versus a bit more flabby or whatever. Now, only in custom characters you can actually set custom stances, like that of Cain Velasquez, and the women, they all look and stand the same way. I mean, it's not a downside, it just feels a bit annoying, and the absolute wastage of space they've done overall. The wrestlers are so tiny over there. There could have been a lot more better design. I'm sure in the design team they would have had someone do a better design. I'm sure a lot of fans have seen in a lot of YouTube videos, they do a very good a landing page or a screen of the wrestlers they can choose. But there you have it. we've got almost similar looking characters by different names, and some don't even look the part. Like Curtis Axel, I can say for sure. I've seen this guy in action, so Curtis Axel does look like Curtis Axel. And as I said, Bret the Hitman Hart doesn't look like that. And most of these wrestlers, I mean, I hardly seen them in action. So I know Daniel Bryan, he looks like that. Um, I don't know Dash Wilder. I don't know a lot of other people here. By the way, I'm a huge fan of Marvel, DC Comics, almost all superheroes, and I try and download as much as possible. And also a huge fan of the Hall of Famers. I'm not sure if Doing made it to the Hall of Fame, but he definitely was a controversial character, so I had to download this from the community library. So yeah, so that's one thing I wanted to show you. Now, once you confirm, so you can add a manager. I don't know, we can use a lot of managers over there. You can pick almost anyone as a manager. Now, I usually don't pick any managers, so that's good. I'm not sure what happens when you click on add a manager. Does the person end up standing next to you? Let's see how that happens. I don't know if Drew McIntyre and Dusty Rhodes get along, but let's just give it a try. Oh, okay. I don't know what this. It's just computer. It's fine. Oh, edit payback. I don't know what that payback is. Got some weapons here. Oh, that's interesting. I think I've unlocked quite a few weapons by playing some of the my player mode. I think it kind of keeps unlocking items for you. I mean, this game has a lot to offer. That's the. I mean, yeah, those are the good sides, right? So, as I said, ideally, if you choose a manager, I would expect the person to stand next to him or behind him, in kind of like a foreground versus background mode. But I don't see that happening here. Okay, let's just go with Roman Reigns, and let's not add a manager. If you confirm that, then you got a couple of options at the bottom. If you see, you got match options, where you could go and select your arenas. Let's make the main event. And again, in terms of arenas, there isn't a lot of choice. I think 2018 had quite a lot of options, but it does have quite a lot of different screens, rather, like, you know, I don't know, Survivor Series. But Winterfest, that's an interesting one. WrestleMania 2029, that's another added bonus. 32, 33, they got most of it in there. And you also have a Mayan Classic arena, which is very good. And Hell's Coliseum, you gotta see it, is really good. We've got 2 fast lanes, 2 Hell in a Cells. Evolution is also good. I mean, in terms of the overall design, I mean, they've actually gone there and done the part as much as required in terms of lighting, the effects, all of that. Yeah, I have two of each. I really don't understand what's the big difference between 2 backlashes. It's just a blue versus a red, I guess. And there's a 205 live. I don't get to see that anytime. Well, having said that, let's go with main event. And you have the Money in the Bank option. I don't know what to do here, to be honest. I couldn't care less. Let's go to referees. And by the way, referees, I mean, these guys they don't exist, right? They just made them up. They also have a bonus zombie referee and a wasteland referee. I think wasteland is some sort of a series. I just go with, let's say it's a main event, so let's pick a world-class referee. And there's something called momentum. I guess it's about the speed of the wrestlers. I don't even want to try that. Then you got the entrance, on and off. I usually keep them on because it's better. Yes, allow creator. This is your custom characters. Big head, I've seen that, it's not really good. So let's just go with the fight. And of course there's the title management. You could switch on and off. Let's just start the match and just give you a bit of a gameplay. So one of the good things, I'm not sure what 2018 does, but there's some tips provided. Okay, that's gone. Let's cover it next time. So here we go. Let's try and complete this match as soon as possible. Hope we can close it out easily.
The big dog is in the building. This is going to be a war of attrition. Two of the hardest hitting superstars WWE has ever known.
As I said, I'm not watching
the following contest is scheduled for one fall.
I'm not entirely sure.
Making his way to the ring from Pensacola, Florida. Weighing in at 265 pounds.
Graphics, you guys tell me if it's really done justice, but I think I actually look like Roman Reigns.
Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns have consistently pushed each other to the limit. But tonight, you can see the focus. You can see the intensity in the eyes of Roman Reigns, who is determined to protect his... Things are about to heat up.
Here it goes. By the way, I prefer Drew McIntyre. I've seen his debut match. I'm not a huge fan of Roman Reigns anyway.
German suplex.
There we go. No, I think Drew is a great wrestler.
Oh, right to the gut.
Just bear with me, I need to get this down to the ring now.
Bringing it back into the ring. Roman Reigns is an absolute powerhouse. Earth-shaking, striking ability, and an unstoppable will to win. And on the other side is Drew McIntyre, whose unchecked aggression has earned him the moniker of a Terminator, the man who is truly a danger to his opponent. Drew's rage is in a constant simmer, ready to boil over at a moment's notice. I, too, have pity for his opponent. And there's the reversal from Drew McIntyre. And again, great way to wear down your opponent. From Royal Rumbles to SummerSlams to WrestleManias, Roman Reigns has triumphed on the WWE's grandest stages. How important is main event level experience in this matchup? It is huge. Roman isn't one to get fazed by the noise of the WWE Universe or his opponent's taunts. He shrugs off the high-pressure situations and keeps his cool. Agreed, Saxton. Just look at it. The big dog means business. I trust Roman has a game plan here, and it probably involves plenty of punches and at least one massive spear. I'd say Drew McIntyre's career is a story of two completely different chapters. McIntyre himself would tell you his first chapter didn't quite go as planned, but boy, chapter 2 is a whole nother story.
Right. Starts with the green, hello.
Oh, what a boot from McIntyre.
I guess red would be the end, but it isn't. Each turns still, and that's another 29.
Ooh, treading all over their opponent. Across the shoulders and gut buster.
A little bit of truth and truth nature in finisher. Again, I don't know the difference between the two. It's just signature is specific to what the wrestler, I guess.
Drew McIntyre spots the opening. Down into a gut buster. Seems like Roman Reigns has lost a step. He's not looking great, but never count him out. Offense like that is why Drew McIntyre's a game changer. He is just dominant right now. Roman Reigns unable to be contained. Oh, look. Oh, and it's McIntyre turning the tables. Across the shoulders and gut buster. You've got to wonder how much has been taken out of these superstars thus far. And is there anything left? These superstars have toiled away endlessly, and this crowd is on their feet in full appreciation. An incredible sight to see. Dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
Kicks in the ring.
Short clothesline hits its mark.
Really good. So I need to get this guy.
Drew McIntyre's taking advantage now. You'll destroy your face. The cover.
Let's see if we can secure the pinfall.
He kicks out before 3. Roman Reigns just powering out of that pin attempt.
Yeah, that's the finisher.
Uh-oh. Future shot DDT. What an assault on Roman Reigns. Yeah, talk about a bump.
Yes.
McIntyre with the win.
Well, I won. And I feel really great, right? To defeat Roman Reigns. I can only do that.
McIntyre just showing he's stronger and hungrier than anyone in WWE.
2. Okay. No, this is a very annoying feature, which 2018 does better. I guess the highlights are supposed to play.
Here is your winner, Drew McIntyre.
Guys, that was a big win for him right there. Call animal control. Someone just claimed Roman Reigns' yard here tonight. Well, that was indeed a great match. And I think it's worth emphasizing how huge this victory is.
This is an instant classic, and to be honest, this is by far the boring match. I had very exciting matches. So it's measured based on your defensive progress, as you can see in the list. But every time you win a match, you get a set of points. I don't know what the diamond thing is. It's like a bit of diamond or whatever. Almost like an Apple logo. They have a rematch option, highlight reel. Not much actually. If you go to highlight reel, I think. Yeah, look at this replay. This is not what you want to see. It's I don't understand what's the purpose behind this, because it just shows you pin.
Here is your winner, Drew McIntyre.
There's no doubt about it. That's a big.
So I would have to go to say exit. So that's basically it for my first video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Just leave your comments below and like and subscribe. Thanks for your time. Bye bye.